I hate theater. Well, it's so disappointing, isn't it? You know what I do when I'm sitting in a darkened theater, just waiting for the show to begin? I pray. Oh dear God, please let it be a good show. And let it be short. Oh Lord in heaven, please. 2 hours is fine, but 3 hours is just asking way too much of me. And keep the actors out of the audience. God, I didn't pay good money to have the fourth wall come crashing down around my ears. I just want a story, and a few good songs that will take me away. I just want to be entertained. I mean, isn't that the point? Amen. You know, there was a time when people sat in darkened theaters, and they thought to themselves, what if George and Ira Gershwin have got for us tonight? Or can Cole Porter really pull it off again? You see, now it's just, please, Elton John, must we continue this charade? It used to be, sitting there in the dark, you knew that when the show began, you'd be taken to another world. A world full of color and music and glamour. And you thought to yourself, my God, when are they going to bring up these lights? How are we today? I'm feeling a little blue myself. You know, a little anxious for no particular reason, a little sad that I should be feeling anxious at this age, to be honest. You know, just a little self-conscious anxiety welling up inside me, resulting in non-specific sadness. A state that I call blue. So anyway, whenever I'm feeling this way, blue, I like to listen to my music. So I was going through my records this morning. Yes, records. And I was about to put on the soundtrack recording of Meredith Willson's The Music Man. I had a craving for a young Ronnie Howard. But then I said no. Let's disappear for a while and have a treat into the decadent world of the 1920s, where the champagne flowed while the caviar chilled, and all the world was a party. Well, for the wealthy anyway. So I dug about, and what did I find? But one of my favorite shows, Gable & Stein's The Drowsy Chaperone. Remember? Music by Julie Gable, lyrics by Sidney Stein. It's a 2-record set, remastered from the original edition made in 1928. It has a full cast with all the original characters, including Beatrice Stockwell as the chaperone. Isn't she elegant? And this is a full 15 years before she became Dame Beatrice Stockwell. Can you believe it? Let me read to you what it says on the back. It says, mix-ups, mayhem, and gay wedding. Well, of course, the phrase gay wedding has a different meaning now. But back then, it just meant fun. And that's exactly what this show is. It's fun. So would you indulge me? Would you let me play this record for you now? Yeah! Well, I was hoping you would say yes. You hear that static? I love that sound. To me, it's the sound of a time machine starting up. All right, now, let's visualize. Imagine, if you will, it's November 1928. You just arrived at the doors of the Roscoe Theater in New York. It's very cold outside. Remember when it used to be cold outside in November? Not anymore. November's the new August. Global warming's coming in. Well, we're all doomed. But you don't care because you're going to see a Broadway show. Listen. It helps if you close your eyes. Overtures are out of style now, I miss them. It's a show's way of welcoming you. Hello, welcome. The meal will be served shortly, but in the meantime, would you like an appetizer? That's what an overture is. A musical appetizer. A poo-poo platter of tunes, if you will. Something new. What could it be? Sounds kind of rollicking. Maybe a dance tune. Perhaps involving pirates. Don't worry, there are no pirates in this show. Now, the moment when the music starts to build and you know you're only seconds away from being transported. The curtain is opening. I can't wait. know what that means. Alright, I'll lead you through this record as best as I can. Don't worry, it won't be too hard to follow. So we begin with a welcome from the love-struck group.
Now, I'd like to thank you all for coming. Why, who would have thought that I, Robert Martin, would have the pleasure of marrying the glamorous showgirl, and that she would be willing to marry me, Robert Martin. Now, if it weren't for Prohibition, I'd say let's raise a glass.
Hear, hear.
To Miss Janet Vandergraaf, the most beautiful girl in the world.
Absolutely not!
Excuse me?
The groom mustn't see his bride at his wedding day. It's bad luck.
I hope you heard that, because that's the plot. Well, basically, hang on for the ride.
Breakfast will be served at the Arabian room. Now, say, isn't it a little early to be drinking?
I don't understand the question.
Look, you're the chaperone, which means you have one job. Keep him away from her.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Oh, Robert, who's my little monkey?
I am, I'm your little monkey.
So the bride and groom are whisked away, and we turn our attention to the B-plot, which involves the producer.
Mr. Falsick?
Getting married leads show business.
Mr. Falsick?
Doesn't she know I got obligations?
Mr. Falsick, I know you leading lady. You said it yourself. I'm useless in the chorus.
Kitty, for the last time, you ain't got what it takes.
But I've been taking lessons. Singing, acting, ballet.
Ballet?
Yeah, I'm pretty good too. Last week I auditioned for Swanee Lake.
A little annotation here. Kitty and Felton were a couple in real life. Jack and Sadie Adler. Now this is a familiar comic construct. A stupid woman and her long-suffering companion. Well, at least she appears stupid in the beginning. But by the end, she does something clever that makes everyone wonder whether it's all just an act. The irony here is that Sadie actually was quite stupid. Jack had to explain all the jokes to her, apparently. But still, she had a wonderful career on the stage. At that time, the theater was the only place where stupid people could earn a decent living. This was before television, of course.
Kitty, I don't have time for this.
Petite fool, Mr. Felzy.
Not now.
Perhaps you're not profitable.
Boys, I'm not hungry.
Then perhaps we could give you something else to chew on.
Yeah, some good to eat food.
What?
Your confusion is to be expected. Although we stand here before you in the guise of innocent pastry chefs, we are also
Primarily.
employees of a certain individual
A certain individual.
A certain individual.
who happens to be the largest single investor in Felzig's follies. He has sent us here
As pastry chefs.
to express his concern about Mrs. Vandergraaf's impending nuptials.
Specifically,
That if she is to be married and leave the show, then there ain't no show.
Say, don't I know you?
no, you don't.
Have you ever spent any time in Toledo?
Have you ever spent any time in a coma?
No, but I have a cousin in Seattle.
Kitty. Now, boys, you tell your boss this wedding is never going to happen. You have my word.
Oh, we'll take your word, all right.
But to go back on that word would be a recipe for disaster. Now, I hope we've made ourselves perfectly eclair.
One can only hope.
You must gotta be kidding me.
Try for once.
Don't target me!
All right, you can drop the pastry chef routine.
Alas, we ganache.
We're on the lamb.
Land an entree, you macaroon!
The gangsters were played by interchangeable vaudeville duo, the Tall Brothers, John and Peter Tall. They were born Abram and Mego Maslokovics, but were renamed at Ellis Island by a sarcastic immigration official. They were an early example of a typical Broadway gangster, full of stylized movements and wordplay, but not very intimidating. Unless, of course, you find dancers intimidating, which I do, but for reasons that wouldn't be appropriate to this situation.
We'll leave the matter in your hands, Mr. Felsi. In the meantime, feel free to browse the dessert carousel.
Try the Toledo surprise.
It's to die for.
Holy cats, Mr. Foutsick! They're gangsters!
Very perceptive. Now, go powder your face. God, stop sweating. But how? Oh Lord in heaven, how? How?
I always thought that moment was just a little bit overplayed. So is the story well on its way? Let's go to the groom's room.
Hey there, handsome. Show me those pearly whites.
The groom was played by the dashing Percy Hyman. He started out as the Albright toothpaste man. His fabulous smile adorned every tube. Albright was hugely popular in the early 20s because it contained cocaine. It's true. If you looked at the label, it was the fifth ingredient down, right after sugar. Anyway, it wasn't long before he became a huge matinee idol.
Now don't you worry. It's perfectly normal for a groom to be nervous on his wedding day. It is? Of course.
I love Percy Hyman. Now some people say he was a bad actor. But to those people I just say, shut up.
Hey there, Mr. Mirror Man. Shaking and quaking. Trembling like them fraidy cats do. Something big be bothering you. Cold feet, brother, you got cold feet. You can make them cold feet hot with a little rhythm. Young feet, old feet, can be uncontrolled feet. We'll make them cold feet trot down the aisle. Frosty arches, they can learn to swing. Icy toes can jive. Wedding marches played
enough of that tap dancing around like a fool.
Well, I'm sorry, George. That's just my way of getting rid of my jitters.
Well, you shouldn't tap dance. You could snap an ankle or something. Hey, do you know what I'll do when I want to blow up some steam? I go roller skating.
George, you think of everything.
I know. Wait! You can't go out like that. You might see Janet. Ha! I know. You can wear this.
George, what would I do without you?
Oh, nothing at all, boy. Nothing at all. And no more tap dancing! Wedding bells will ring, wedding bells will chime, wedding bells will celebrate.
It's just a telephone. Might as well just wait it out. What? What do you want? Hello, you've reached my answering machine. I'm not available at the moment, but could you please leave a message after the click? Well, that's it. The moment's ruined, isn't it? Thank you, wife. It's like a cell phone going off in the theater. God, I hate that. Hello, what are you doing? Oh, I'm at the theater ruining the moment with my cellular device. How about you? Well, I couldn't get out tonight, so I thought I'd ruin the moment by proxy. Let's just shake it. Let's go back in our minds to 1928. I'm sure they didn't have cell phones back in 1928, but they had to have had something for the ruining of moments. Probably computers or something.
Happy wedding time.
So the scene shifts, and we find the bride, the glamorous Janet Vandergraff, entertaining questions from reporters as she lounges by the pool.
Miss Vandergraff, is it true that you're giving up your life for Claire to marry Nate Carlino?
Yes, Robert and I met on the Lido deck of the Isle de France. He amused me with stories of his father's oil interests. We swooned, briefly. And then he proposed.
So you won't be returning to the stage ever.
I can't.
You can't?
I can't.
Have you looked for that?
Of course. One more question.
Yes. Why in the world would anyone put olives in a Gibson?
I've got a question for you. How can you give up the foot lights when you know very well you've got grease paint in your veins?
Victor, please.
Oh, Janet, I'm begging you. Drop the mug. Stay with the Follies. I'll give you anything you want. Oh, fine. I'll put your name above mine on the marquee.
Oh, Victor. If you think this is about vanity, you couldn't be more wrong. I don't want to show off no more. I don't want to sing tunes no more.